My faith is very, very strong. And I mentioned that I have never seen this business collapse.
Day one was a disaster.
Yeah. Seeing their lives change is big for us. It's really about impact also. When we decided that we were going to go into business and that I was going to quit my job, Johnson had already quit his job by then and was trying a few other things on the side. We first thought of importing candies.
We got some samples from China. But then one of the questions, we are very analytical, and we asked ourselves, can we really build a brand on imports? Because today we can build a brand, but tomorrow it will not be available because we lack control.
Yeah.
So we said, maybe that's not the best way to go. So we said, why don't we do it ourselves?
So we started our journey with ordering one machine from China. And you say all the time that we were very lucky because we ordered a machine from someone online and it came. We were not conned. Yeah. So we just checked online and we were like, because we didn't know who we could ask then. I mean, we were just fresh from employment. We didn't know any other people in manufacturing. So we just chanced. And the moment it landed in Mombasa, we were like, oh, it came. We were not conned. And we started making candy in 2019 with that one machine. Yeah.
Day one was a disaster.
Yeah.
So you see what we were trying to create, to make sweets didn't come out the way we expected. But everyone just went home quiet. Later when we were talking is when we realized everyone doubted what we were doing. But that particular day, everyone just kept quiet and, we were just soldiering on. We said, we're going to do this. The following day we came, almost 1 week. We were improving, small improvements here and there. And then finally, our product looked like the candy that we wanted to market. Our production would happen on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then on Friday or Saturday, we'd close the factory and go to the market. We'd go selling,
Like selling?
Yeah, with all our factory staff.
Yeah. We didn't have many staff anyway. We were the staff,
And 3 other people, yeah. And we have grown now. We have a team of 17. We're 17. And we'd love to have more people, but right now things are a bit thick in this country. It was difficult at first. Getting funding for the business was not easy. It's a good thing that we had our circles. Yeah, it was a blessing that we, as guys, were actually in the same circle. And by the time I met you, I think you were also in the same circle, right? Yeah, so we were in the same circle, and it helped us a lot because we knew we needed money. But I mentioned earlier that the bank was not an option. And us guys do not come from money, so we do not have rich aunties and rich uncles and rich dads. So the circle helped a lot, but you can only borrow up to a certain limit. So it got to a point where we wanted to expand the business, but getting financing was not easy, and we do not have a lot of assets as a business at that point. You do not have a lot of assets as people, and every bank that you go to says you only qualify for X amount of money, but you need to give us security. I went into a training that was sponsored by ABSA, and that's how I got introduced to Kua Ventures. For us, it was a blessing that at that point we met quite a number of financiers, and Kua Ventures was one of them. And we applied. And I do remember even the day we were applying to Kua Ventures, I do remember telling Johnson, you need to assist me with some of these things because they ask for numbers, there are these questions, some technical questions that they ask. And we had to work on it together. And when we received feedback from Kua Ventures that we had been selected, it was surreal. We were like, wait, what? Because everyone we go to is like, no, you do not qualify for funding because of this and this and that, or you need to give us security. The banks are open to giving you money, but again, you need to have security. So funding in this country is not easy. Getting funding as a small business is not easy. And honestly speaking, Kua Ventures has been a major blessing. Yes, it has affected our relationship a lot. First of all, we lost friends. Yes, when we started this business, we lost friends. Number one, because of the thing that Johnson mentioned earlier, we became broke. Yeah, because we left good paying jobs. to start doing this thing. You are doing this thing that is not giving you money, but you wake up every single day to go to the same thing that is not giving you any money. So number one, our your social status changes a lot, because if friends want to go to Java, you cannot afford to buy a meal at Java, unfortunately, So that happened a lot. We lost quite a number of friends. Some of them also we lost because we were too busy. Yeah, because when we started the business, we mentioned that we were doing everything by ourselves. So these people would say, hey, come and join us for this. We're like, no, we cannot. We are too tired, or we are working, or we are doing 1, 2, 3. And people are like, why don't you just grow? Hire a team. We're like, but we cannot do that. Right now, we are too small. We need to be doing this for ourselves. So we also disappeared. We also have a part to play, because we also disappeared for a number of years, maybe around 3 years. Yeah, it was just me and Johnson and our staff and work.
I think it helped us to grow closer.
Yeah.
Because I wake up in the morning, she's here. I go to work, she's here, she's next to me. As in, we were spending time together all the time. So we sort of got used to, if Irene is not around where I am, because at home she's the only person I'm with there. At work, she's the main person. So we sort of got used to, depending on each other.
Yeah.
Because if I came to work without her again, it becomes a bit hard for me. So sometimes I'm coming on Saturday or Sunday to repair machines. She'll just tag along, come, we spend the whole afternoon here. So sort of, because we didn't have that social life, we had just to stick together.
Yeah.
And right now we are used to spending time together. Most of the time you see her, maybe I'll be just a few meters from where she is. We are now in rented space. So in the next 5 years, we see ourselves in our own premise where we are not paying rent. And then we also want to grow in terms of production. So we are looking at maybe even getting more machines with higher capacities. Then we also would like to increase our variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in terms of staff, we are really looking forward to hitting that 100, that number 100, in terms of the number of people that we have. The people that we work with here are mostly from the informal settlements that are around, based on our location. We have Kibera on this side, and then we have another informal settlement on the other side of Ngong Road that is called Ngando. So we like to uplift these people. I mean, we've worked with people who've had issues with alcohol, issues with, drugs, domestic violence and all that. And we've been listening to their stories change over the years. And for us, that makes us happy. As much as it's a very transactional thing where you come and work and I pay you, there's also the journey. Yeah. And having seen these people evolve from point A to point B, some of them have started families when they're working with us. They're able to support their families. They're able to move from their houses and move into, because they say, a number of people say, oh no, I don't live in a Mabati house thanks to this job. I've moved from a Mabati house to a normal house. As much as it's a bedsitter or a 1-bedroom house, I'm able to afford that. So us seeing their lives change is big for us. It's really about impact also.
I think the Bible demands of excellence in whatever we do. Yeah, it says, show me a man who is skilled in what he does. He will serve before kings and not obscure men. So for us, I think whatever we do here, we try to do it with a lot of passion and to the best of our abilities. And we've always invited God. Before we start anything, I think even the first meeting we had, I think we were 3 of us, the directors. We prayed to God and asked Him to guide us, even to give us a name. We didn't have, before Pellaca was even born. So we've always invited God in whatever we do, Like when we were moving to the new factory sometime last year, we even had our staff we had a big ceremony for us internally, where we realized also most of our staff, they are very, very strong in their Christian faiths. And Some of them preached, others were leading in worship. Even one of them came with a guitar. We were playing in reverse. Yeah, so we've always made it our business to invite God in what we do. And we believe we would not be here if it were not for God. Yeah, we have very strong Christian upbringing, and we've ensured we run on that.
My faith is very, very strong. And I mentioned that I have never seen this business collapse. Yeah, in any format, I have never. A number of times people have said, oh, you still have your CVs, why don't you go back to work? I'm like, what are you talking about? I do not want to go back to being employed. I am okay with this business because I do know that this business will never fail. So for me, I say that my faith, God has helped me, and that my faith has even become stronger because I do know that it will never fail. And to date, He has shown me that it will not fail, and that thing is still in me, and I've never doubted God even for a moment. Yeah.
I think for us, it's trusting in God and trusting in the process, because you can make sweets and then you fail to sell them. So for us, we have always believed that if we do our part, what God has enabled us to do, the rest He will also take care of it.
And I think for me, over the years, what I have learned is that unlearning is actually a skill. Yeah, you need to know just what Johnson has mentioned, that you do not know everything. And there is this thing as human beings where we're like, I do know this is how it's done and this is how I'm going to do it. So for me, I have learned that you need to be open to not knowing, and actually knowing that the decision that you made is actually not right and you need to change it. So flexibility and learning every single day is a flex when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Try to get someone who understands the process, a mentor. A mentor can really help you a lot, because you see, like us, we took a long time to learn, but it's because we didn't have someone. But if you have a mentor, you'll cut down the time by which you learn things. Then be passionate, stick to it, and don't listen to people. People may discourage you, family may doubt you, but just go for it and pray, For me, I think prayer has really helped us. So I may not say much, but just trust God, trust yourself, and just go for what you want.
Do it anyway. Even when you're scared, do it. Even when people doubt you, do it. There's something that I did not mention. When I first told my friends, my close circle of friends, that I was going to start this business, and that was, Johnson was not in that group that time when I was sharing the story, the idea was ignored very fast. And at that point, we were inviting them to join us because we needed to raise money for the business. So the idea was dismissed very fast. They were like, oh, let's move on to other things. Then they started talking about other business ideas. And I felt so bad. I remember telling Johnson, it was dismissed so fast, they did not even want to think about the idea. But that did not, kill our psyche. We were like, no, we're still going to do this business. So for me is whether people doubt you, whether you're scared, do it anyway. Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether you have money or you do not have money. Just use the little money that you have, the resources that you have, and start at that level.